Hey everybody, I decided I kind of wanted just to do a quick series as having an upgraded GMC Denali to go over what I did to it. Also, what are my biggest tips to upgrading? So I'm going to start with, my number one thing to upgrade if you have a GMC or some other cheap road bike. Let's face it, there's plenty out there like the Schwinn Prelude and I don't know, there's tons. But if you have one, and we'll skip the whole debate of why you should or should not, or whether it's even worth it to get one of these bikes, you have it, you thought it was a good idea, I'm not going to bang against you. This is my second one. To be fair, I broke my first one, got a better bike, that bike got stolen, then someone bought me this one. So, anyway, down to business. So my first tip to, if you want to turn your GMC into a more proper road bike, and mind you, I'm at the point, you can see my Strava. You'd have to go back to other videos. I don't know how to put it in the link. Uploading from my phone. Waiting to build another computer. Anyway. So, I'm riding with collegiate racers and whatnot, and I can decently keep up with them. That's partly down to fitness, of course, but yeah, and some of them are racing in the A level, which is, albeit if they went to race speeds, I would definitely be dropped. But, for their practice rides, I'm right with them the entire time, except for some sprints. Although I have held my own in a sprint and finished right behind the really fast sprinter, but that was kind of just playing tactics and drafting off of people. So that, you can do quite a bit with this frame, albeit it's heavy. I got mine down to 26 pounds. So, you want to be able to do that, or just take this on some nice, good 30-mile plus rides, whatever. You can do a whole lot with it. First thing for me is tires. Now, normally when you buy this thing, you're going to have terrible tires. The grip on it is going to be awful. They're going to be 28 is the lowest I've seen them, at least some GMCs, up to 32. Mine had 32. And some of you might be like, well, what's that? Well, they're talking about the tire width. So you have a 700 centimeter, I think that's the circumference of the rim, or the tire, not the rim, I should say. And then the next number, the 25, 28, 23, whatever, is how wide it is. So my suggestion is to get something smaller. If you're commuting really and just want something a little bit faster than what you have, get a quality 27, maybe a 25. But if you're into actually road biking, definitely go 25, maybe 23. It's kind of up to you. Know right now that I think there's only one pro team right now on the World Tour level that's actually running 23 standard. Everybody else is running 25s because the rolling resistance is like exactly the same, and you get a little bit more comfort because the tire's just a little bit wider. Pardon me. So you can run a slightly lower PSI. So like 25. You can run like 110, some of them 120 PSI. You can drop it down to 90 even, if you wanted to, depending on the tire. And so that's a little bit more cushion. And whereas some of the 23s, you have to keep them at 120 to 130 or more, from what I've seen. And it does feel fast being on smaller tires. On the 23s, it feels faster, but it's not that much. But if that's something you want, go ahead and get them. I suggest the 25s. Right now, I'm not even running an expensive tire. I've been running the Nashbar Primal 2 Plus tires. $11 a tire, so $22 for switching my tires out. And I've run these since like January till now, and they've held up really well. I'll do a more in-depth review of that later, but this is just my first and foremost, most important tip to upgrading your cheap bike. And I'll have more coming soon, and I'll talk to you guys later.